And good morning guys, welcome to another video. My name is Mark, I'm an entrepreneur and property investor, and in this video we are going up to Corby to have a full house tour after the rip outs happened. So the builders have been working on it for about a week and 3 days. They've got about 3 or 4 weeks left on the project. All the rip outs been completed. They've rebuilt one of the walls. They wanted me to come up, have a look at what they've done so far, just before they start putting things back together so I can make some choices. Really good day. We're going to have a look at the end value of this property. We're going to be able to get a real good feel for what it's going to be like. So let's go up to Corby. Guys, just before I leave home, if you haven't already clicked the like button, please do. It really helps me out with the algorithm. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Remember, until I get to 1,000 subscribers, free consultation call, click the link in the description. From there onwards, we're going to work our way through a list that also can be found in the description. Giveaways, dividend giveaways, money giveaways, and ultimately I'm going to give one of my subscribers a house. So like literally no reason not to subscribe. So guys, let's go up there now. I'll show you all around the property up in Corby. So we have made it to Corby, and there's Cole from Legacy behind me, and let's have a quick look at the property. As you can see, we've got these sort of French style shutters up there. And you know, they give it a really good safe. It keeps the drafts out. It makes it nice and safe. You know, I think you can find them. No, I'm joking. Let me flip the camera around and we'll have a proper look round. So here we go. This is the property. This is where we're at the moment. And as I said, the windows, they're all being changed. The previous owners went for sort of like an inside-outside feel by removing the French doors and smashing it up. So we've got quite a bit of work to do there, but just sticking with the exterior, there's quite a bit of work to be done up there. There's a fascia board up here that needs replacing. I don't know if you can see that. It's all faded, it's some cladding, it's failed, it needs to be replaced. We're going to replace a bit at the top at the same time. All of these cables are going to be removed, and new windows and doors put in throughout. But beyond that, in the garden, we need to do some landscaping, as you can see. Because it's such a mess, it's made for quite a handy place to put all the rubbish, but we've got a skip coming later on today, so all of this I've been told is going to be shifted into a skip by the end of play today. And then we need to replace all this fencing and these gates here, so all of this is going to be changed, and I think that's probably going to be at the end of the project, because as at the moment it just really isn't necessary. We're probably going to make more mess before we start putting it back together. But ultimately the guttering they've had a look at is okay. The cables, as I said, need to come down, and the windows everywhere need replacing because they've all been smashed. Just stepping back for a second, the other thing that's quite good about the property that I've been told is the roof's all good and all safe and all secure. So we don't have to do anything with the roof, which is handy because it doesn't really add any value when you do anything on the roof. But at the same time, it can be quite a costly thing to fix. So I'm very, very pleased that the roof is all in good condition. So if we start to walk through here, well, I said the guttering's all okay, that needs to be put back together. But in essence, the guttering's all okay. So if we walk through here we have the kitchen dining room. And it's quite a big space. It's all going to be tiled. It's going to look really nice. It's going to have an L-shaped kitchen put in, some wall units at the top, freestanding fridge freezer, all that sort of stuff. At the end of the day, this is just going to be a rental. It's a BRRR deal for me, which means buy, refurbish, refinance. So my end value is very important to me on this. But ultimately it won't affect it too much. It used to have a C-shaped one in, but that'll be more with a breakfast bar, but that'll be far more expensive to put in. So we're going to keep it with an L-shaped kitchen, keep the costs down. But what we are going to do is spend some of the money replastering, tidying all this up. We've got pipes and things hanging off the wall. It's pretty disgusting and revolting everywhere. All the light fittings need changing, new smokes, new fire alarms. All that sort of stuff needs changing, heat detectors. So we'll have all of that stuff up to regulations and beyond. Now, if we go through to here, this is all going to be replastered and made to be a really nice space. And it will be a utility room with a washing machine and a dryer in there. So the tenants will have a really nice utility space. At the moment, obviously, it is a plaster storeroom because, as you can imagine, in a house like this, the whole place needs replastering, because we have Artex ceilings and horrible wallpaper everywhere. That said, it's not all doom and gloom, because actually the sizes of the room and the proportion of the property is really, really good. As I said, it's a 4-bedroom property, and I think it's about 1,300 square foot. So it's a really good size. But coming into rooms like this, it is a bit depressing, isn't it? When one of the lights doesn't work and the windows are all smashed in and all that sort of stuff. I do apologise if you start hearing the noise from the builders. They're There's about 4 guys, 5 guys on site, and they're going to want to get on with what they're doing. So I'm not going to disturb them, but I am going to take you around and show you everything. But ultimately with this room, it very much is new flooring. We'll have new carpets put in, replaster, paint, new window, which I just can't believe every single window in this house was smashed. I mean, why? Why would anyone do that? I don't understand it. Coming through to the hallway, we're going to have carpet all the way through here, new carpet on the stairs. We have a downstairs toilet here, which again, the whole suite needs to be changed. Everything from the ceiling to the light fitting to the piece of string that's dangling down needs to be changed. So it really is a complete renovation. And then when you start looking at the front door, for example, even that's going to go. We're getting all the windows done, and for the sake of an extra 300 quid, we can get a new front door at the same time. So switching the camera around and going up the stairs, again, we need it all replastered, repainted, new light switches, all that sort of stuff. But remembering it's a rental, you know, we've got to limit the amount we spend. And as we come up to the top of the stairs, I mean, those light switches will need to be changed, but we've got 4 really good sized rooms. So I'll just take you through to this one first of all. And here we have really good sized room. Obviously the wallpaper currently being stripped. And one of the things that we got a little bit lucky with the property is the boiler is all good and works. So we don't need to change that, which is one of the only things of this house that does work. Even the windows don't work. Walking through, we actually had just one big room here, and they had kind of knocked a hole between the two rooms. So it was really strange. They had like half a partition built and then a hole going through to the 4th bedroom. So it is a 4-bedroom house, and it was always a 4-bedroom house, but they've kind of opened it up so it was like a very large 3-bedroom house. Very strange layout, but either way, we've replaced that wall. We're just finishing off the stud work at the moment, and then that will all be plastered and put in place. As with all the windows, the common theme is it's smashed in for some good reason, I don't know. And again, all of this replastered, ceilings done, new light fitting, all that jazz. But it's a really good sized room, isn't it? If you look at it, it's 8-9 feet across, something like that, and then a further sort of 10-11 foot deep. So it's a really good size for what is the 4th bedroom. And then we've got our smallest bedroom just through here, which again is the same depth, probably a little bit narrower, probably about 7-8 foot wide, I would guess. Common theme, window obviously smashed in as we roll. So we've got 2 rooms to go. We've got the bathroom, which I'm sure you can appreciate is seen better days and is currently a complete shell. But I've been told in a few weeks we'll come back and this will be a beautiful bathroom suite. It's quite a small room, if I'm honest, for the size of the property. But I think all of these rooms, they always feel a bit smaller until you put a bathroom suite in them, don't they? If we just go into the master bedroom, I mean, this is the last one. Obviously a Harry Styles fan. As you can see, what else have we got? We've got Liverpool all the way, One Direction all the way. And yeah, YOLO. Yeah, you got a YOLO if you're buying this house, I tell you. So, again, a really good space, though. That's the one thing I would say about all of the rooms. They're really good sizes. This master is very, very, very big. Obviously, the window's smashed in, as you will be aware. Radiator on the floor, but really good sized room, as you can see. So that is the upstairs. So let's head downstairs and I'll just go through the figures with you, and then we'll let the guys get on with the work. So our painter and decorator has just pointed out he's already started on this wall. He's doing really well. Well done. Well done, we're halfway there. But let's talk figures, because I know you guys really like the figures, and thank you so much for all your comments. And I've had so many people appreciating my transparency with all these things, showing you my completion statement. All those sort of things go a long way to add transparency to what I'm doing here. And that was the whole purpose of this YouTube channel, was to provide an unbiased, transparent property resource. So I'm so glad that you guys enjoy that. So I bought this house, if you don't know, for £116,000. It had about £4,000 worth of fees. Now these fees included the bridging loan costs, the fees for the solicitor, There was no stamp duty because it's uninhabitable. As you can see, there's no way that this was a habitable property when we bought it. So there's no stamp duty on it, so we saved on that. And I like to do BRRs where there's no stamp duty because it does mean that the bridging fees become a bit more affordable when you haven't got to pay out that sort of 3, 4, 5 grand in stamp duty. So the property there, 116,000. We're going to spend between 25 and 30,000 on the renovation, somewhere in that region. And the end value we're going for, having spoken to an estate agent earlier on today in the area, it's going to be 200,000. He thinks we'll end up with somewhere between 190 and 200. He said 4 beds on this estate are currently being marketed for around the £200,000 mark, but as we know with valuers, they quite often go on sold prices rather than marketed prices, and it's taking a long time for these transactions to go through. So we've recently had something that was valued and they were citing sale prices, which I know would have been negotiated over a year ago. So I think there's a little bit of wiggle room there, and you're going to have to accept that sometimes market conditions are what they are. If we get anywhere near 190,000, I won't be leaving too much money in this deal at all. Maybe 10,000, maybe 15, something like that. But again, I'll show you my completion statement and you'll be able to see exactly how much money I leave in the deal. I won't disappoint. I'll make sure it's completely transparent. So guys, that was a brilliant day out. I'm back home now. I'm so glad to have shown you around that property. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I'll be massively interested. And again, if you haven't subscribed, we are eventually going to be giving away a house on this channel, so please do so. And I look forward to seeing you again on Monday. And if you need anything else, drop it in the comments. I reply to every single one. If you have a look at any of my videos, I've replied to every comment, positive.
On your Apple Watch.
Oh, I'm sorry, Siri. Siri having a go at me? So I reply to every single comment. Please, please, please feel free to message me, and I'm super, super accessible. I will see you on Monday.